All right, let's look at the areas of regular polygons. Now, first of all, what is a regular polygon? Is anybody going to answer me? Oh, wait, you can't. So what is a regular polygon? A regular polygon is a polygon in which all angles and all sides are congruent. They're the same. So that means all the sides are the same length and all the angles are the same measure. So that's for regular polygons. All regular polygons. All regular polygons can be solved for area using the same formula. And that formula, let's use purple. The area is 1/2 the apothem times the perimeter. This stands for apothem. Okay? Now what is the apothem? The apothem is the distance from the center of the polygon, whoops, that's center with no T, from the center of the polygon to a side at 90 degrees. Another way to put it is it's the perpendicular distance. So it's perpendicular, that's the key word there. It's the perpendicular distance from the center of the circle to one of the sides. The capital P is just the perimeter of the polygon. And if it's a regular polygon, you'll know that what the perimeter is by just knowing one side, right? Okay, so let's look at number 1, because that's the first one. Number 1, it says find the area of each regular polygon. So right there, it's telling you they're all regular, which means they're all sides the same or congruent and all angles congruent. So, first of all, this is 8. What does that mean all the sides of the triangle are? They're 8. So my perimeter is going to be 3 times 8, because I'm adding 8 plus 8 plus 8. So the perimeter of my polygon is 24. So let's keep that in mind here. We'll hold that thought. The apothem is given here, and the apothem is equal to 4 times the square root of 3 over 3. Here it is. This is your apothem right here. Distance to the other side at 90, right? Okay, so my area formula says 1/2 the apothem, which is in this case 4 times square root of 3 over 3, times the perimeter of the figure, which is 24. So I'm going to multiply everything I can across. That's like 24 over 1. So let's go all the way across and multiply. I have 1 times 4 square roots of 3 times 24, all on the top. Do y'all see that? That's all on the top. 4 times 24 is 96. So on the top I have 96, and then square root of 3 I can't multiply by anything, because remember, it's under the radical. You can't multiply outside the radical times inside. So the 1, the 4, and the 24 can all be multiplied. On the bottom, I have 2 times 3 times 1, which is 6, right? Okay, let's reduce this. If you put it in your handy-dandy calculator, 96 and 6 can be reduced. 96 divided by 6 is 16. So the area of your polygon is 16 square root of 3 units squared. Again, I found the perimeter, I found the apothem, which was given to me, and I multiplied by the 1/2. All right, so let's look at another one, because you're enjoying this so much. Okay, let's look at number 3. Number 3, this is an octagon. So it's got 8 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's find the perimeter of this octagon. Well, one side of this octagon is 12. But remember, what does regular mean? Just like up here. Regular means all the sides are the same length. So that means I've got 12s all the way around. And since it's an octagon, there's 8 of them. So I have 12, 8 times. And so that's going to be 96. So hold that thought. The perimeter is 96. Now let's look at the apothem. What is given to us as the apothem? 14.5 is our apothem, okay? And the area formula, remember, is going to be 1/2 times the apothem, which is 14.5, which is the same thing as 14.5 over 1, times the perimeter, which is 96, which is the same as 96 over 1, right? Of course. So now we're going to multiply all the way across. Let's multiply the top. 1 times 14.5 times 96. That's going to be nice and ugly. So 14.5 times 96 is 1,392. That's what's on top. On the bottom, I have it real simple. 2 times 2 times 1. So that's 2. If I put that in the calculator and divide by 2, I get 696. And again, that's going to be square units, which is right there. So that's how you find the area of a regular polygon using the apothem. Now, let's look at number 8. Or actually, let's look at number 7, because I have more room on number 7. So we're going to look at number 7. Now, number 7 tells you it's a pentagon, and it gives you the apothem and the length of a side. So we're assuming all of these are regular, right? So if you want to draw it, you can draw it. I'm going to draw a regular pentagon, because I'm just artistically gifted. Don't hate on my pentagon. So since it's a regular pentagon, I know all the angles and all the sides are the same, right? So all the angles, all the sides are the same. The apothem for my pentagon, which I'm going to draw, and what is the apothem again? The apothem is the distance from the center to a side at 90. It's the perpendicular distance. So I'm going to draw my apothem here from the center of my pentagon to one side, doesn't matter which side, at 90 degrees, and that's 7.3. How long is each side of my pentagon? It's 10.6. So if one side is 10.6, that means all of them are 10.6. So let's do this together. So the perimeter, and again, we're doing this one. We're doing number 7. I'm just writing all over the paper because I have ADD, and that's what happens. So the perimeter of the pentagon is 10.6 times how many sides? 5 sides, okay? So you're going to get 53 as your perimeter. And let's verify that. We have 10.6 times 5, so 53 is your perimeter. What is the apothem that you're provided? The apothem is 7.3, right? So now let's find the area. The area is going to be 1/2 the apothem, which is 7.3. It's the same as 7.3 over 1. Remember, you can put any fraction over 1, times the perimeter, which was what? 53. And so now I'm just going to multiply across. On top, I have 7.3 times 53. So 7.3 times 53, that is 386.9. And then on the bottom, I have 2 times 1 times 1, which is just 2. So I'm going to do 386.9 divided by 2, and I get 193.45. Now, this one does not tell you at the top to round to the nearest tenth. So I can leave it as is, and I don't have to round. And again, that's going to be units squared. So that's how you find the area of a regular polygon. I'm going to do another video here in a second when you actually don't have the apothem and you have to find it. Peace.